every time he tells me a new story, I'm like, oh man, you missed out on that. Oh man, and once again, it's what his mother's view was of
You ever get
how he
beat for
should be
eating a
raised.
candy bar?
Nah, nah,
Man,
nah.
I think I got my ass tore up for both of my parents love sweets, both of them. So here's a story for everybody. Both of my parents love sweets, candy, whatever. They both drank Pepsi all the time. We had a 7-Eleven at the end of our neighborhood. My mom kind of worked there a little bit, so she had like a running tab, and they would send us from time to time to go get stuff. So,
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
they would send me or my brothers, or I remember getting sent there because they both loved honey buns, the Hostess honey buns, not the tasty cake ones, the Hostess ones. There's a difference.
Hold on, can you type that again, Bill? Side no mark tonight, or are you saying? I'll get up with you after. I think I know what you're saying.
So, I remember having to go get honey buns. And I got I think they wanted maybe 3 or something. Came back to the house, gave them the honey buns, gave them the change, obviously. You don't want to get beat for not giving the change. Right. So, it was a couple days later. And I don't even know which one of it was. But they had eaten the honey bun. But they only ate like half of it and wrapped the other half up and put it in the cabinet or put it away somewhere. So I kept like going downstairs and like sneaking little bites of it. But I ate so much that after a while you could tell.
Right. Wow.
So I remember there was an interrogation. Who ate my goddamn honey bun? And I remember, and obviously my brothers didn't want to take the beating, so I had to take that one on the chin for that honey bun. But
I've never had that happen, but my mom used to make us go to the corner store. And I don't know why my mom did this, because we were allowed to pick whatever we wanted. She would send us with a bunch of change. But for some reason, my mom didn't want anybody else getting Boston baked beans. The Boston baked beans were mom's. Nobody else was really allowed.
I remember. I just never had them.
Yeah. And, I used to, so when I got older and I could buy my own Boston baked beans, I kind of, for a while, went crazy there, which they are a good candy if you never had them. I think they're very good, personally. But yeah, man, lemon head, cherry heads, everything you wanted, no Boston baked beans.
Nope.
Wasn't allowed. Chico sticks, you could have as many as you wanted. I used to love Chico sticks. You never had. See what I'm saying, man? My man tells me stories.
No, but I worked in 7-Eleven, so they had the whole candy thing, and I used to have to restock it and all that stuff. I just don't remember what Chico sticks were. Like Now and Later's, Necco's.
I never heard of Necco's.
Necco's are like little different colored wafers, and they're like hard.
I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't know they were called Necco's.
Yeah, they're like
Smarties.
They're like Smarties. They're a little bit. They're bigger than.
They're bigger. Yeah. I know
yeah,
what
they're
you're
kind of like Necco's. My boy Mike Valancourt. Shout out to Mike. Mike loved Necco's. He would come in 7-Eleven all the time when I was working and get Necco's. But pros and cons of fasting. Oh boy. So, have you ever done any purposeful?
I've done fasting. Yes, I have done it. Yeah. It's not something I stuck with for a very long time. There was a purpose for doing it, a short-term purpose.
Short-term.
But no, I've never done it over the long term. So.
All right, so fasting has become a whole lot more popular now. Goes way back, centuries. Muslims do fasting, obviously, for Ramadan.
Yeah. Christians do fasting too.
They do. I mean, it's more, I guess, you hear about it more because Muslims do the, not eating from sun up to sundown or whatever. But fasting is, Tom said he's doing it now. So yeah, some of the most common are 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. 18 hours of fasting, 6 hours of eating. 20 hours of eating, and then there's 24-hour fasting, which is called OMED, 1 meal a day. And I wrote down the benefits, so I am going to read some of these. I know some of them, like it increases your. All right, actually, let me say this. So after 12 hours, your body goes in. After 12 hours of fasting, your body goes straight into fat burning mode. So after 12 hours, every minute that you go after 12 hours, your body is literally just burning fat because you burned off your glucose stores. Mm-hmm. And glucose is what your body uses as energy, which is in carbs and sugar, etc. And once you burn off that, your body starts to burn what's called ketones.
Bill, how did that work out for her? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the 6-day fast? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a lot, but I'm sure he would probably, yeah. So after 12 hours, you start burning ketones instead of glucose, which is good because you've depleted your glycogen stores, which means you don't have any sugar in your body, which is good, obviously. You don't want sugar in your body. So it improves your insulin sensitivity. And again, insulin resistance is the inability to burn those glucose stores, which again causes that spare tire thing. So it improves insulin sensitivity. It improves your focus, your energy. It decreases your blood pressure. And this is the longer that it goes. It improves cellular regeneration.
That's dope.
Obviously promotes weight loss, increased ketones, already said, suppresses your appetite. The longer you go, the more you're able to go. It seems like it wouldn't, but the longer you don't eat, you actually, and not maybe the first time, but as you are more consistent with intermittent fasting, it's easier to not eat. You don't want to eat as much. Because when you're fasting, you're allowed to have black coffee, you're allowed to have black tea, you're allowed to have water. So the more water, and you can have water with salt in it, which helps a great deal. You put a teaspoon of like pink Himalayan or sea salt in a gallon jug, you won't be hungry.
Let me ask you a question because you brought up the water. Have you ever heard of putting a slice of cucumber in water and it turns into like a electrolyte or energy drink or something like that? Have you ever heard of that?
So people do different things. There are people that put apple cider vinegar in water. If you put a cucumber in there, it's technically not fasting anymore. So any caloric intake, you're not fasting.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's not fasting anymore. It might help with electrolytes, but you would get the same benefit if you just put like a tablespoon of salt in there. That's an electrolyte essentially. So ghetto, not even ghetto, but smart, more healthy ways. So people take pre-workouts and all that stuff, right? I'm a person that says if you have to take a pre-workout just to get hyped for the gym, you shouldn't be going to the gym.
Right.
If you ain't hyped for the gym and you got to take a pre-work, you shouldn't go. But an old head taught me this a long time ago. Instead of a pre-workout, you can take 1 aspirin, 1 no-dose. That's a pre-workout.
Oh, wow.
That'll jumpstart your metabolism and essentially do the same thing that a pre-workout will do.
Now, you was getting ready to say something about the apple cider vinegar. Does that...
So apple cider vinegar, it does have a little bit. It has a really, really low... It's really low on the glycemic index, which means it spikes your insulin. So anything that spikes your insulin kicks you out of a fast. So there's lemon, apple cider vinegar. If it has calories in it, it potentially could, but it's really, really low on the glycemic index.
I have the pills because I got tired of actually putting it in the water because it's disgusting.
It's really hard. Apple cider vinegar is a hard thing, but it's amazing. So, this is a topic, and I'm gonna get into it because I was asked, what about liquor versus beer and wine and all that stuff. So apple cider vinegar basically is acetic acid, which your liver processes and turns everything into acetic acid in order to get it throughout your body. So it's detoxifying for your liver. Apple cider vinegar has too many benefits that I'm not going to get into, but it is a good thing to before bed, maybe first thing in the morning, or as soon as you're done fasting. Yeah, I would recommend that. But
so twice a day?
You can take it twice a day if you want. It depends. Like you're doing a teaspoon, or I used to do mine in a shot glass. But yeah, apple cider vinegar. But anything that is caloric will knock you out of a fast, and that's why black coffee, there's 0 calorie.
Gotcha.
There are things like, I know you drink the sugar-free tea. Sometimes I drink it, but that'll knock you out just based on what the sweetener in it is. Is it maltodextrin, dextrose, sucralose, all that type of stuff? If it was like monk fruit, it probably wouldn't. There's another one, I think Swerve won't knock you out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So cancer fighting. So this is potential. It's not proven, but cancer cells live off of glucose. So if you're starving your body of glucose, it's reason that the cancer cells will die off because they don't have anything to feed off of. And then it's the same thing with there's studies going on right now with the ketogenic diet and late stage brain diseases like dementia, Alzheimer's, all that type of stuff. Those are caused by your brain's inability to use glucose for fuel anymore. So if your body is running on ketones, the potential is that you can stave off or maybe reduce drastically late stage brain death because you're burning ketones now instead of glucose. So it's I'm not going to sit here and say it's a fasting or keto and all that stuff is going to prevent cancer, but I mean, just think common sense. Cancer cells use glucose for fuel. You don't have any glucose, guess what can't survive? Just common sense. So, not proven. Obviously, that's a ways off. Increases your immune function, lowers inflammation, anti-aging, and for us men, it stimulates growth hormone. So, you stimulate growth hormone secretion, you're going to be able to gain muscle, whatever, all that stuff in the gym, yada, yada, yada. So that's my wrap on fasting. And it's easy once you get into it. It might suck every now and again or when you first start. So it's rough, and I would recommend people gradually go, like maybe start with a 12-hour fast, go to 16, go to 18. I like the 18 to 6. It's not hard. I can go from 5 p.m. to noon the next day. Fasting, it's really simple. 8 or 9 of those hours you're going to be asleep anyway, so it's not really difficult. And if you can work out while you're fasted, that's even better. If you're fat burning, maybe the weights, if you're a person that needs energy, might not come as easily, but as far as burning fat, there's no better. After 12 hours, like I said, you're already in fat burning mode, just sitting with your arms crossed. But you add some cardio in there, you're going to be in accelerated fat burning mode. So let's see, meal prep. You do any meal prep? You just eat whenever, right?
No, I'm going to start because that's my problem with the, I hate to use the term. I just talked to my buddy who's a fitness guy, and he was like, please do me a favor, don't use the word diet. Use lifestyle.
I agree.
So meal prepping is something that I'm going to start doing. I got a buddy who does it all the time, and I watch him do it. And, he's encouraging me. We work out together. And he's like, look, go to the farmer's market. I think you can get so many things for like $1 or what have you. He's like, just on one day, make it for the whole week. Make your meals for the whole week.
I would go deeper than that and say on Sunday night, make your meals for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday, make your meals for the rest of the week. Because I'll be honest, if you're eating like chicken breast, for example, chicken breast sucks reheated. It just does.
It does. Yeah.
It sucks. It dries out. I would rather eat fresh food. Luckily, I work from home. I don't have to meal prep. I'm always home. Yeah, and that's just my good luck. But here's the way I would recommend everybody, including you, meal prep. I would meal plan before I meal prep. So I would say Monday for breakfast, I'm having a cup of egg whites. I'm having a cup of turkey crumbles, no carbs. Or say I'm putting 2 cups of spinach in a pan and cooking that with my egg whites. That way you're getting micronutrients in spinach. You're getting a cup of egg whites, which is all protein. And then you're getting turkey scrambles, which has probably a tiny bit of fat, but also more protein. Okay, my next meal, I'm going to have 6 ounces of chicken breast. I'm going to have 2 cups of broccoli, and I'm going to have half a cup of rice or something like that. And then go in like, and that same, just boom, 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 boom. Just write it out. This is what I'm going to have every day. And a lifestyle is boring. It's boring as shit. But the more you eat the same thing over and over, the more change you see. It just sucks to do that, but it's just the way you have to do it. And it depends on your palate, right? Like if you like tilapia, you can eat tilapia. And please, I don't want to hear any shit about tilapia not being good. U.S. farm-raised tilapia is among the best sources of protein you can have. It's the shit that comes from China that has carbon monoxide or dioxide or whatever the hell it is. That's not good for you.
Tilapia is my favorite fish.
So tilapia, as long as it's U.S. farm-raised, it's one of the best fish you can have. Atlantic cod. Again, farm-raised Atlantic cod. Get fresh Atlantic cod, sockeye salmon, even regular salmon. Sockeye is a little bit better, has some more micronutrients in it, but sockeye salmon is probably better. And just alternate those protein sources. Get your carb sources so that they're not overly starchy, really dense type of stuff, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Not trying to lose weight, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But always have a vegetable source, have a starch, and have a protein. If you're losing weight, go with lean stuff and go a little bit less on the carb source. If you're trying to gain weight, go a little bit higher on the carbs. If you're trying to increase strength, go a little bit higher on the protein. It's not really hard at all. It's all a matter of planning and knowing what your goals are. So
Yeah.
it's not difficult. Workouts. Here, this is something you can talk about. So how are your workouts? Do you do the traditional split where you do chest Monday,
Yeah,
back Tuesday,
I do the
or do you do
splits.
whole body?
I do the splits. I've done whole body before. I've never stuck with it. After doing whole body, I've actually changed to doing body parts. And the reasoning for me is it sucks for your whole body to be, I hate to use the word pain, but for lack of a better term, your whole body sore. I'd rather be able to use my legs one day and then my upper body sore, what have you, So I definitely do a split. I go to the gym about 5 to 6 days a week.
Right. So I've done whole body, but what I've done is I like to isolate. I don't like to combine body part. I don't do like chest and triceps. Those are both push muscles, and you can't maximize your triceps if you already blasted your chest. You just can't. So I do like chest, back, legs to give my upper body a break, and then come back and do arms and shoulders. I do my arms all in one day. I usually superset, triple set, bicep, tricep, forearm, tricep, bicep, and I kind of rotate it, and it just becomes one big ass workout, and your arms are devastated after. But when I was really going crazy, I would take the last day of the week, that seventh day, and I would do a whole body workout. And what I would do is I would take one exercise for each body part, and I would do 100 reps for that particular exercise. So I would do 100 bench presses with 135, even if it took 10 minutes. Like, you have to stop at 50. You have to stop. You're already worn out, so you got to stop at 75 now. Oh, shit, I got 25 more, and blah, blah, blah. So I would do it like that. But that was when I was going crazy and just gangster in the gym.
Right.
I wouldn't do that now. But, so I've done whole body. I've just never stuck with whole body. So.
Right. Yeah, pretty much the same. Like I said, I like doing the body parts a little better than the whole body.
Right. I think you get isolated. I think you feel it more when you leave the gym. Then I definitely feel like I get better results doing, isolating the body parts as I go.
I usually do cardio. I used to do it before and after. I've been doing it after, but I do a 5K walk afterwards. I want to get back into jogging. Like I said before earlier on the podcast, I used to run track, and we were forced to jog or what have you. I know at one time when I was in pretty decent shape, I was jogging 1.5 miles straight through for a while, and I don't feel like I'm in the place to do 1.5 miles right now.
I ain't running nowhere. I can tell you that right now.
So I've been doing the 5K walk. Eventually I'd like to get back to jogging. I think that helps with your stamina. A lot of guys are getting the gym and just lift weights, and you find out, you look good, but you're not really in the shape that you want to be in. You know what I mean? It's honestly a balance.
Well, you can be big, muscular, super muscular, and still have a big belly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It just is. I mean, so...
there's a power lifter. You ever heard of the Incredible Hulk before?
Yeah, Kevin Washington.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, his name's Kevin Washington.
There's another guy that he had a beef with, and the guy could put up a lot of weight, but his stomach, looked like he was pregnant.
Kevin's stomach is big, but all the bodybuilders now, they have bloated. So, I'll say this.
C.T. Fletcher used to have a big stomach till he had the
he
heart
was
attack.
just big.
Yeah.
So, I'll say this. What I do personally is I do a 15-minute warm-up before I even start lifting weight. Mm-hmm. So, I'll ride on the exercise bike for 15. When I get done, I do incline up to 10, and then walk 3 miles an hour and hold on to the sides. That's fat burning. You're talking about cardiovascular, and they're just two different things. I don't want to do cardio because I want to lose weight, so I'm fat burning. So I'm going to have to slip out here because I got to pee.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This might be.
But we can call it, because a big guy got to pee, and we can call it a day.
All right.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Love y'all. Glad y'all
Like,
came.
subscribe. Let us know. Give us your feedback. And we will see y'all next week.
Channels Gorilla Gang 3421. Thank y'all very much.
The link is on both of our Facebooks. Deuces.